Hello and welcome. You've just taken your digital sleeping pill. No chemicals, no tablets. Just my voice, your mind, and the natural rhythm of sleep. For this to work, you need to do one thing. Let go. Let go of today. Let go of tomorrow. Let go of everything except the sound of this voice. If a thought tries to sneak in, that's fine. Notice it. Say quietly to yourself, "It's okay." And then bring your attention back here to my words. Just like meditation, drifting away is part of the process. Every time you return, you're one step closer to sleep. At some point, without even noticing, you'll already be gone. Breathing slow, body heavy, mind quiet, dreams arriving. And tomorrow when you wake up, I want you to write one simple word in the comments. Sleep. Let me know this pill worked for you. Now get comfortable. Close your eyes, breathe out, and let's begin. Chapter 1. The Meaning of Life. As you rest here tonight, drifting towards sleep, a gentle question floats through the dark. What gives life meaning? Adler asked this question, not to puzzle the mind, but to remind the heart. He didn't point upward to the stars. He pointed to the people beside you. He said, life becomes meaningful when you join yourself to others, when the thread of your being is woven into the fabric of another's. Think of it softly now, how small we are when we arrive in this world. Helpless, dependent, reaching out, and how that reaching never fully leaves us. We grow, we strive, we long to overcome, and yet if all our strength is only for ourselves, it fades into emptiness. But when we grow for someone else, something different stirs. A direction, a warmth, a meaning. And meaning doesn't need to be large. It can live in the smallest of acts, the kind that ask for nothing in return. A smile at a tired stranger, a quiet moment of listening, a kind word to someone who feels unseen, the planting of a tree whose shade you may never know. Small acts, almost invisible, yet they ripple outward like rings upon still water. And so tonight, as you breathe slowly, as your body grows heavier, let these thoughts rest beside you, not to be solved, not to be answered, only to drift with you into sleep. And if you remember tomorrow, choose one small act, a smile, a message, a helping hand, not big, not heroic, just real. And perhaps you'll notice, in changing one small corner of the world, you also change yourself. Chapter 2. The Meaning of Inferiority and Superiority. As you drift tonight, remember how every life begins. So small, so fragile, unable to walk, unable to protect itself, unable even to eat without help. The very first thing we know is the feeling of being less, the feeling of smallness. And this feeling never fully leaves us. Adler saw it clearly. Our lives are shaped by this quiet tension. We feel insufficient, and so we reach, we stretch, we grow. This is not weakness. This is the pulse of life itself, the child who cannot walk, learns to stand. The one who stumbles learns to run. The hesitant whisper slowly becomes a voice. And yet, this feeling of being small can take two paths when we welcome it. When we see it not as shame but as a gentle guide, then it leads us forward. Each step is growth. Each attempt becomes strength. But when we deny it, when we fear it, when we try to cover it, then it hardens into a mask. A mask of superiority, a false confidence that trembles beneath the surface. Adler reminds us, all of us carry this feeling. The only question is, do we make it a friend or an enemy? Do we let it soften us into growth or harden us into armor? And so tonight, as your body grows heavier, as your thoughts grow quieter, you can let this truth rest beside you. To feel small is not a curse. It is a beginning. It is a signal. It is the way forward. Breathe slowly. Release the day. Let the weight of your body sink deeper. And if you remember tomorrow, when a moment of doubt appears, just whisper gently, "This is not my obstacle. It is my guide." And then, one small step. No more is needed. Because each time you face your smallness, you grow larger than it. Chapter 3. Early Recollections. As you lay more relaxed than a moment ago, with eyes growing heavy, a gentle mist of memory begins to rise. Not the biggest memory, not the most important, just the first one willing to float toward you now. Perhaps it is the feel of soft fabric against your cheek, perhaps a small hand in yours, perhaps a voice, a room, a light. Whatever comes, let it drift in softly, like a feather falling through the air. Adler believed these earliest memories are not accidents. They are not photographs of the past. They are mirrors of how you once felt the world, seeds of meaning carried forward. A child who remembers loneliness may grow into someone always searching for closeness. A child who remembers victory may grow into someone always striving to win. A child who remembers the warmth of a hand may carry forever the sense that life is shared. And yet tonight, you do not need to decide what it means. You do not need to analyze. Only let the memory rest beside you, like a small candle in the dark, glowing softly, without demand. It is not the memory itself that matters, but the direction it points. And tonight, as you drift into sleep, you can let that direction simply be, toward connection, toward belonging, toward rest. Breathe slowly now. Feel the weight of your body. Let the memory soften, fade, become part of your dreaming. And if you remember tomorrow, hold that memory gently for 10 seconds. Whisper to yourself a new truth. I am here. I belong. I am enough. Then take one small step. Nothing grand, nothing heavy. Perhaps a smile, perhaps a message, perhaps a gentle word. Not to change the world at once, but to plant a new seed. A quiet beginning growing with you day by day. Now let the words fade. Let the body rest. The night carries you. Sleep comes closer, and you are safe. Chapter 4. Family Constellations. As you drift tonight with your breath growing softer, Imagine the first circle you were ever part of your family. Not chosen, not designed, simply given. Adler called this the constellation. The pattern of roles, the hidden choreography of a home. Perhaps you were the firstborn, feeling the weight of expectation. Perhaps the youngest, living in the shadow of those before. Perhaps in the middle, always balancing, always comparing. These roles, they shape the stories we tell ourselves. Stories about where we belong, what we must do, who we are allowed to be. But tonight, you don't need to solve the pattern. You don't need to judge it or escape it. Just let the thought drift. That you were born into a circle and it has left traces on you, like soft fingerprints. Breathe gently. Let the body sink deeper. You are not bound to repeat those roles forever. You are free to rest. You are free to dream. And if tomorrow you remember, notice one moment when you feel caught in an old role. Instead of playing it fully, try one tiny shift, a different word, a softer response, a pause where habit would speak. Each small shift begins a new constellation, one you choose. Now rest. Let the circle fade into mist. The night holds you. You are safe. Chapter 5. The Hidden Goal. As you sink into stillness, Adler's words arrive like a whisper. Every action has a purpose, even when we don't see it. We move, we strive, we speak. Not randomly, but toward a hidden goal. Sometimes the goal is to belong. Sometimes to be seen. Sometimes to avoid shame. Sometimes to prove we are enough. These goals guide us quietly, like stars half buried in clouds. Tonight you don't need to search for your goal. You don't need to name it or understand it. Just know it is there. A compass, even in darkness. Breathe slowly. Feel your body grow heavier. The hidden goal is not an enemy. It is a signpost. It is trying, in its own way, to lead you to safety. If tomorrow you remember, pause once in the day and ask softly, what am I reaching for right now? Not to judge yourself, only to see more clearly. Awareness is enough. All else can wait. Now let the question dissolve. Let your mind float like a leaf carried downstream. Sleep is coming. Relax your head and sink into your pillow. Let it take you to the land of dreams. Chapter 6. Lifestyle. Adler spoke of lifestyle. Not clothes, not habits, but the quiet pattern of how we move through life. It is like a melody composed in childhood, played softly in every step we take. Some walk to prove themselves. Some walk to stay invisible. Some walk to carry others. Some walk to compete. And though the melody was written early, tonight, as you rest, remember this. A melody can be changed. Notes can shift. A song can soften. You don't need to rewrite it now. Not tonight. All you need is to let the pattern drift past, like music played in the distance. Nothing to solve, nothing to fix, only to rest. And if tomorrow you remember, try one gentle step out of the usual rhythm. If you rush, pause. If you hide, speak. If you carry, set something down. If you control, let one thing be. Small shifts change melodies. Small steps begin new songs. Now close your eyes deeper. Feel the body loosen. Let the day go. The music fades. Sleep carries you. Chapter 7. Social feeling. As you rest tonight with breath falling into rhythm, remember this simple truth. We are not alone. Adler called it social feeling. The quiet sense that life is shared, that we belong, that we matter to others, and they matter to us. This feeling is like soil. Without it, nothing grows. With it, even the smallest seed can become a tree. Tonight, you don't need to prove your place. You don't need to reach for anyone. Just feel how the world holds you, the way the bed carries your weight, the way the night wraps around you. You are part of something larger, even now, even in silence. And if tomorrow you remember, let one small gesture connect you. A smile, a word, a glance of kindness. Not for reward, simply to feel the thread that ties us all. Now rest. Feel the thread hold you. Feel it soften. You are safe. You belong. Chapter 8. Armor and tenderness. There are parts of us we hide, hard shells we build so no one sees our softness. Adler called this our armor, and yet beneath every shield is tenderness. A heart that once wanted to be held, a soul that still longs to be seen. As you drift tonight, you don't need to drop your armor. You don't need to force tenderness. Simply breathe. Feel the weight of the shield and know it can rest beside you now. You are safe enough to sleep, safe enough to soften, safe enough to let the hidden heart breathe again. And if tomorrow you remember, try one gentle act without the shield. Speak one softer truth. Let someone see 1 inch more of you. Not all at once. Just a glimmer. Just enough. Now let the armor fade into mist. Let your body loosen. Sleep carries you deeper, and you are held. Chapter 9. The Craft of Love. Love, Adler said, is not just passion or fate. It is a craft. Something built, something practiced. Like 2 hands weaving a single thread. Like 2 voices learning the same song. Love grows not in grand declarations, but in the quiet willingness to care for another, as you would yourself. Tonight, you don't need to work at it. You don't need to practice. You don't need to fix anything. Just rest in the knowledge that the capacity to love is already in you, always has been, always will be. Breathe, soften, let the heart rest, let the mind drift. And if tomorrow you remember, show one tiny act of care. Offer a word, a touch, a gesture, something that says, I see you. Not big, not forced, simply real. Now close your eyes deeper. Let the thread of love carry you the way the night carries the stars. Safe, still, drifting into sleep. Chapter 10. Everyday Life. As you rest tonight, remember, life is not only made of great events. It is woven from small, ordinary moments. The steps we take, the words we say, the glances we exchange, Adler reminded us, meaning is not hidden far away. It lives here in the everyday. Tonight you don't need to relive your day. You don't need to count what went well or poorly. Just let it all drift like leaves carried downstream. And if tomorrow you remember, treat one ordinary act as if it were sacred. Pour water, tie your shoes, wash a dish, notice it, feel its weight. Let it be enough. For meaning is not beyond you. It is here. It is already in your hands. Now let the ordinary dissolve. Let the night cradle you. You are safe. You can rest now. Chapter 11. The Courage of Children. Adler looked at children and saw courage adults often forget. The courage to stumble, to fall, to try again without shame. Every child knows weakness, but also dares to reach. To walk, to speak, to climb, to explore. As you drift tonight, let that courage surround you. Not as effort, but as trust. The trust that you too can learn, can grow, can rest without fear. Breathe slowly. Let the body sink heavier. Feel the innocence of that courage. Not loud, not forceful, but soft and steady. And if tomorrow you remember, try something small with a child's heart. A new word. A new step. A new attempt without demanding perfection. Let it be enough. Let it be brave. Now let yourself drift like a child falling asleep in safety, in warmth, and belonging. Chapter 12. The Meaning of Life. And now at the end we return to the question that began it all. What is the meaning of life? Adler's answer was simple, yet vast. Meaning comes when we weave together three threads: the courage to be imperfect, the responsibility that reaches beyond the self, the sense of belonging with others. You do not need to grasp it all tonight. You do not need to solve it. Just let the threads drift near like stars in the night sky. Far away, yet guiding. Life does not demand a grand answer. Only the next step, the next gesture, the next breath. And if tomorrow you remember, let one small act carry these threads. Accept a flaw without fear. Care for someone beyond yourself. Or simply remind yourself, I belong. Each act is enough. Each act is meaning. Now let the words fade. Let the body rest. The meaning of life does not vanish in sleep. It stays woven quietly into your being. You are safe. You can rest. You are part of life's thread. And if you haven't fallen asleep yet, try my next video and keep trying. Eventually you will fall asleep. I just know it. you.